The last episode, I wanted action, I wanted romance, I wanted chaos, I wanted Granny Seiko, and in this episode, we got all that and more. First things first, we have a fiery volcano to deal with, and the great people give Momo a hard time, even though she has an idea to make the worm a triple XL fire hose. And even as she's thinking of genius level plans like that, the great people are still drop kicking her. Oh my gosh, I know that hurt. Luckily, Granny Seiko is the MVP. She called this monk man 3 days ago in advance to warn him that Gigi Okudun and Momo would be coming. Although the way that she said it made him take a long time to realize who she was actually talking about, but nevertheless, without Granny, this whole town would be in flames, and Momo would have been a volcano sacrifice. Evil Eye, man. Evil Eye is one elusive bastard. Somehow he escaped from the hole and started giving the enemies and the people on our side the business. So much so that everybody had to team up. And I'm not gonna lie, Momo is a lot better than me, because with that drop kick that she received earlier, I would have let this great woman get crushed like a tomato by Evil Eye. Each their own though. Remember in season 1 when Granny helped this mantis shrimp man with milk about giving him a whole cow? That came back in Momo's favor this arc, because he comes back to save her with lefts, rights, and if that wasn't enough, his son was piloting a ship to hand deliver Toro the mannequin and that sweet, succulent Granny Seiko. Oh, I used to dream about moments like this. Yes, sir! I've seen a plethora of heroes and none of them as glorious as she is. But anyways, they all jump Evil Eye, and one of the time Toro runs up and contains Evil Eye himself. There were seals and seances in place for that to happen, but the whole sequence leading up to that was beautiful. And this time I'm not just talking about Granny Seiko. The fight is over, and we can't forget about Okudun, who is unfortunately at the bottom of a pit of lava. And also, unfortunately, he does not have that fire resistance potion, so it's certain that he's burned up to a crisp. If the worm hadn't trapped him and Turtle Granny in his fire resistant mucus. So Okudun is alive, Momo is alive, Gigi is somewhere trapped inside Evil Eye, but he's still alive. Granny Seiko and her gang saved the day, and I really can't wait for the next episode of DANDADAN. And man, I hate when I have reactions like this, because it makes me feel like I'm not putting enough energy into the script to really show you guys how amazing that this series is. This episode was everything that I wanted the last episode to be, and this episode is what made me realize that I don't remember shit. I don't remember anything about the manga, bro. I had to go back and look at what happened, because I'm like, did Evil Eye break out in the manga, bro? Of course he did. How else would he have fought all three of them? I remember all three of them fighting Evil Eye, but I didn't remember Evil Eye coming up there and destroying the worm. I didn't remember that at all. I'll be honest with you, bro. When I saw that, I was like, did that happen? Did that happen, bro? Do I gotta go back and look? And I don't know why I'm going back and looking at certain things, because I myself have said that DANDADAN has one of the best adaptations of anime that I've seen, from like anime to manga, or reverse versa of that, you know, from manga to anime. And man, even when I went back and looked to check to see if all of this stuff added up, bro, those pages to the manga to the anime itself, bro, I doubled down, bro. This anime has probably the best adaptation, bro. Like, people cry about Sakamoto Days. Sakamoto Days is really doing good right now, but the adaptation from manga to anime was kind of, you know, shady a little bit. This one, on the other hand, bro, that art is amazing. That art, that I don't know who they got doing the art. I don't know how the process of making these panels come to life actually works, who's behind the animation team, directing all of that, but they chef's kiss, bro. They doing a big one, bro. Like, everything that I see on the pages, I was literally reading the manga as I was watching the anime to make sure everything lined up, and it lined up perfectly. Everything was good, everything was perfect, and the action of this episode was 10 times better than it was in the manga, bro. It lined up, but they made it better. Like, I feel like most shows do that. I know One Piece for certain does that. Like, you can feel the dramaticness of it in the manga, but you feel the emotion of it in the anime. And this anime is like, oh gosh, bro. The scene where they all were standing off against GG / Evil Eye, bro, that scene in the manga and in the anime is peak. The fact that Momo was like, we gotta work together, and she gets in this Goku like pose with the monk also doing it, and then the weird gray granny also doing it, bro, that's peak. And that wasn't even the most peak thing that happened in this episode. You know, you guys know I'm a Granny Seiko glazer, if you didn't already realize that from my talk earlier about her, bro. and she comes in literally in a golden cloud. Golden beam, right? But I want to say a golden cloud, like she's surfing on Toro the mannequin, bro. And she's just like, she's cool no matter what scene she's in. Even the scene where she hung up on a dude fast as hell was peak. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Every time I see Granny Seiko, I don't know if it's because she's bad. I don't know if it's because she just got that Granny Tsunade aura, bro. Like she's like Gojo, but not as strong as Gojo. Like when you see Granny Tsunade and these people that are like that stereotype, you know that the problem's gonna be over with. As soon as she shows up, you're like, oh, we good, we're chilling, we can lean the seat all the way, lean the seat all the way back, almost bust my ass, but lean the seat all the way back, and you can literally know that she's gonna clean up any mess that you got going on right there, and she's gonna deal with everything that you got like worrying about, you know? That being said, this episode was a 10 out of 10, bro. Everything that I wanted in the last episode, they gave it to me and more. And they gave me Granny Seiko, so I can't help but be happy, bro. Whenever I see her, the rating of the the rating of the episode immediately jumps up to an 8. Off of her being cited alone, it's an 8. But when you add all the romance between Momo and Okura at the ending, him hugging her on accident, him being like, my bad, I didn't even really mean to do that, like on some anime trope shit, and her coming back like, nah, bro, I'm just so happy that you alive. That's amazing, bro. Stuff like that is purely amazing. And then I said in the last episode, I wanted lefts, I wanted rights, I wanted hooks, I wanted sweeps. I got all that. The monk came in and he was throwing massive haymakers, throwing a million punches a second, dancing on his head. Evil Eye was doing the same thing. The great granny lady gave him a body shot that he ate, by the way. Evil Eye ate that, but he said, you just hit me? Everything that I wanted last episode, I got this episode and more. But how do you guys feel about DANDADAN? I love this series, bro. There's not too many animes that come close to DANDADAN. You know, it gets a lot of flack, it gets a lot of hate because it's so really freaky at times, and I will agree, it is weird when it comes to certain aspects. But when you look past that, bro, the peak is there. It's all peak. It's all diamonds. It's like going to a field of diamonds and then you see a pile of shit right there and you're like, ugh. But then you keep going and there's diamonds everywhere. You're like, oh my gosh, diamonds, you know? And DANDADAN is one of those animes. There's not too many animes like that. But how do you guys feel about DANDADAN? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, that like button, and hit the little bell just some extra love. And other than that, I have nothing else to say, but thank you for watching this video. And peace.